What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE morale tense since Vince McMahon's return, a big change for Money in the Bank, Roman Reigns not planned to appear at Money in the Bank, the real reason Chelsea Green wasn't on Raw, was WWE booking the most random matches at Wrestlemania, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our news channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. And now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at big news to Money in the Bank. At top of today's news, there are two reports concerning the WWE's upcoming Money in the Bank PLE at London's O2 Arena. This year's show will also see the WWE air SmackDown the night before the PLE, and as we're about to see, there are two interesting pieces of news concerning the event. The first, a top star missing the show. It looks like Money in the Bank won't have Roman Reigns on the card. This may not seem surprising as their Tribal Chief works a light schedule compared to most WWE superstars. A look at the WWE's Money in the Bank promotional posters show Cody Rhodes, Charlotte Flair, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins and Bianca Belair. Roman Reigns isn't on the poster, but as fans know, things can change. One of the more interesting aspects about Reigns' apparent absence is whether he'll still be undisputed champion when the show takes place. Some fans already thinking about what Reigns will do if he drops the world titles to Cody. Will the head of the table take more time off than he's already taken? On the other hand, if Cody wins the title, will he be a more active champion defending the belt against someone at Money in the Bank? Next up, WWE changing their stage setup. The stage for this year's Money in the Bank is reportedly going to be different from past shows, at least according to Ringside News, who looked at the floor plan for the SmackDown and Money in the Bank shows. Ringside News discussed a ticket website's map of the show and how it compares to other WWE PLEs. Based on the floor plan, it appears that neither show will feature the conventional Titantron video wall backdrop or walkway from the stage arena. Instead, wrestlers are expected to enter the arena from the tunnels between the floor seating. This is similar to the arrangement from the last UK premium live event Clash at the Castle last year. Fans attending the UK show may just be happy to have another WWE PLE. Next up, WWE morale tense following Vince's return. It looks like Vince McMahon's WWE return has some WWE employees feeling tense, or as PW Insider Elite recently described things, feeling as if they're walking on eggshells. According to the site's Mike Johnson, the majority of wrestlers seem to be content, but WWE employees are another story. So what's the problem? Well, it turns out the potential WWE sale has WWE staff worried they could get the sack if WWE is sold. There is a legitimate concern that there may also be concern over the WWE cutting its staff before a sale in order to lower the company's payroll. Next up, WWE is booking the most random matches for Wrestlemania. What's going on with the WWE's WrestleMania plans for Lesnar and Bobby Lashley? The universe thought WWE was setting things up for Brock vs Bobby Part 4 at Mania after the fluky finish between the two at Elimination Chamber. However, the WWE threw things into chaos when MVP issued a challenge to Brock at WrestleMania on behalf of his client Omos. Some fans suspected this was some subterfuge by MVP to lure Lesnar into a trap and set up a match against Bobby Lashley. However, Dave Meltzer is reporting obviously WWE is going with Bray Wyatt against Bobby Lashley, and they're going with Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Both matches seem to be second rate compared to Brock versus Bobby. Do you think Meltzer is right, or is WWE setting things up for a big swerve? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE can't get no Stratusfaction. Is Trish Stratus going to team with Lita and Becky Lynch to battle Damage-CTRL at Wrestlemania? Well, that's one rumor going around, and with it, stories that Trish was supposed to be on Raw to set up the program. We previously discussed how Trish was supposedly at the 20th February Raw, but didn't appear due to a change of plan. But now Ringside News is tweeting more information about what may have happened. Trish Stratus was backstage for Raw this week. We were able to also confirm that she was in a meeting with Triple H for a while, and then her participation in the show changed after that. The details of this report are vague enough, and we would caution against reading too much into it, i.e. speculating that there was some sort of creative clash between Triple H and Trish Stratus. They also added, it was stressed to us that it's unknown whether Trish Stratus was angry about the situation. That being said, any report saying that there was an issue with creative cannot be substantiated, but she was there and did leave before the Ding Dong Hello segment aired on television. While some wrestlers are happy to appear on TV and reconnect with their fans, others are more particular with how they're presented, wanting to make sure that they do something that doesn't tarnish their legacy. Sadly, the WWE has a history of bringing legends back for no other reason than to humiliate them in order to put current wrestlers over. We're not saying that this is what happened with Trish, we're merely pointing out that some wrestlers want to leave fans with a good impression when they return. Next up, does WWE have other plans for Damage Control? One of the big questions surrounding Damage Control is just what the WWE has planned for them at Wrestlemania. As we just mentioned, there's talk of a 6-woman tag match there, but if you're a regular viewer, you'd also know there's been talk of another Mania match involving Dakota Kai and Io Sky. According to Dave Meltzer, the WWE is planning for Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey to win the titles from Damage Control at the WWE's flagship PLE. These conflicting reports have led to fans hypothesizing that the 6-women tag match could take place on one night and the tag title match on the other night. However, it's also possible that WWE could have Damage Control drop the titles before WrestleMania, either to Rousey and Baszler or to another team that in turn drops the belts at the Showcase of the Immortals. For a time, it looked like the WWE was going to utilize the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship to push its female wrestlers, but the belts have been collecting dust since Sky and Kai regained them from Asuka and Alexa Bliss, even before Kai's Royal Rumble injury. Next up, WWE roasts Tony Khan again. The WWE is doing its best to capitalize on the buzz following Tony Khan's social media meltdown against MMA reporter Ariel Helwani after Helwani showed up on WWE TV. Khan questioned Helwani's journalistic integrity, apparently feeling Helwani couldn't show up on 2 WWE shows. Helwani pointed out that he's an MMA reporter and not a wrestling reporter. His response, which also included him referring to Khan as a snowman, reportedly received raves backstage. With that in mind, it appears that WWE is going to milk this bit for everything it can, as seen on the 21st February edition of NXT. On commentary, Booker T ribbed fellow commentator Vic Joseph by asking him if he was trying to prove he's an unbiased journalist by asking tough questions, in an apparent nod to the continued Helwani drama. Next up, a $1 million lawsuit filed over WrestleMania 38. Break out the checkbook, at least that's the likely hope of Marvin Jackson, who is suing the WWE for injuries allegedly caused when he attended last year's Showcase of the Immortals. PW Insider reported on the lawsuit, and according to WrestleTalk, the lawsuit claims that Jackson was an invitee at WrestleMania 38 situated next to the stage and lost almost all his hearing in his left ear due to pyrotechnics that went off during the show. WWE is accused of negligence, gross negligence, and strict liability. The lawsuit states that the value of the WWE using pyrotechnics is marginal compared to the risks it presents to the crowds in an indoor environment. As for damages, the report notes the suit requires a jury trial and is seeking over $1 million, including damages, penalties, costs, expenses, prejudgment interest, and attorney fees. The WWE is known for its incredible pyrotechnics, but could a successful lawsuit change the way it presents the show? Next up, where was Chelsea Green? Well, why wasn't Chelsea Green on Raw? While Raw authority figure Adam Pearce explained there was a miscommunication with the WWE's travel department, resulting in Chelsea being sent to Ottawa, Illinois rather than Canada's Ottawa, Ontario, the real reason is due to a green card issue. Fightful Select is reporting that Chelsea Green is waiting for her green card from Canada, and while she's cleared to stay in the US for work reasons, she can't return to Canada until her paperwork is finished. Don't be surprised to see Chelsea add this to a litany of complaints she's already lodged against Adam Pearce. Green's Karen character never seems happy with anything, and she's always ready to talk to a manager, who in this case always seems to be Adam Pearce. And finally, is Mick Foley joining the Judgment Day? Last but not least, is Mick Foley joining the Judgment Day? Mick recently shared a photo on Instagram of Rhea Ripley whispering into his ear along with this caption. Looks like Rhea Ripley is sharing some serious info with the hardcore legend in this photo. Could Judgment Day be looking for a new member? I never did hard time like Dominic, but maybe I still have the pain and experience to offer. Waiting to hear back from the Archer of Infamy on whether or not I've been accepted, but I'm staying positive about my chances. Damian Priest responded to Foley saying, "We're gonna need a full presentation with your pitch." While Mick is probably just having fun with the photo, adding him to Judgment Day's feud against Edge could add even more excitement to the program. Longtime fans know that Foley and Edge have a hardcore history that saw them battle in the bloody bout at WrestleMania 22. Would you guys like to see Mick in Judgment Day? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.